Which one of us should introduce? Should I do it?
Uh,
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to yet another match of the Winter Oceania Grand Slam Tournament 2025 in the round of 64 bracket. So we are going to be having yet another match coming up for you here in this hour. It's going to be between none other than bumk and Cuccurry. So two relatively known players, both relatively skilled in their own right as well. bumk being C21 and Cuccurry falling not too far behind with a seed of 44. Going to be facing off against each other in this match here today. Without further ado, in the commentary booth, I am your host, Epic Man 2, and joining alongside me in the commentary booth is going to be none other than Poketoin. What's rockin'?
Hello, Epic Man. How are you doing?
Yo, I'm doing good. What's up?
And we're not gonna wait anymore since the warm-up is already starting, as I can see.
Yeah, so it seems like we're going to be starting off with swear this is a jump stream warm-up or something like that, considering that they're doing it now and stuff, so yeah.
It's probably the 4th dan jump stream map. It's probably this one.
I swear that was a different one or something. I mean, I don't know, I haven't played that one in 5 years or something, but I just remember it was a different map, but I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like it's different, because if I recall correctly, on the 4th dan one, there's directly jump stream, not Helen's.
Yeah. Yeah, the one in that 4th dan or something, it's purely jump stream and stuff, so yeah.
And there isn't any jacks either.
Yeah.
And for now, it's actually quite close. I mean, there's still a difference in accuracy, but both combos are still there.
Yeah, both players just sort of comboing through that jump stream here. bumk with a bit of a upper hand than Cuccurry here, as we can see, in terms of accuracy. Just going over the 99.40% mark in terms of accuracy. Kind of losing some accuracy a bit in some certain parts. So is Cuccurry. I'm not sure. I mean, the unstable rate seems to be a bit all over the place in some ways, but I think it's fine, really. I mean, it's only really a warm-up, so what else can you say?
Yes, and other than Cuccurry just got a miss, yes, the your bars looks fine.
Indeed, yeah. There's only really a quarter left of the map, so there isn't really much else to say other than I believe that this is a bit less of a meme sort of warm up, and maybe one of the players chose this so that they can I don't know, warm up, considering that jump stream in general, especially sort of stamina oriented ones, are actually sort of pretty good for when it comes to warming up in general for a session and stuff. So I can definitely see why this would have been a pretty solid option to go for when warming up and whatnot. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, often long maps are quite good for warming up, especially jump stream maps.
Yeah. I mean, I know like whenever I'm like warming up for a session, I tend to use like a lot of like jump stream maps in general as well. So that's one thing.
And as a 7K player myself, I can also say I play often co-op streams for warming up. So it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah. 7K in general is just like like pretty similar, but like highly different realm when it comes to like difficulty and like patterns in general. Because like with 7K, there's like a lot more sort of like variety in general, and it's just like a lot more sort of like it can be a bit more abstract than 4K can in some ways, but obviously it just depends. So yeah.
And it also depends of the maps you want to make. But I often say that there's more mapping liberties in 7K.
Yeah. It's cause like 7K has like 3 more spaces that you can put like notes in, so a lot of people tend to get like really creative with it. So it sort of like evens out and makes sense in a way. So yeah.
And it looks like we do have another warm-up.
Yeah, this server warm-up gonna be none other than Null Apophenia by Lot. From the looks of it, I believe this must have been a qualifier for something, but I'm not sure like which tournament this is from. Or at least I
I
don't
don't know
like
either.
recognize it from the top of my head. Wait.
And oh, it does look like the client is struggling quite a bit.
Oh yeah. Alright. Think it should be looking fine now. I believe this map was used in the Quaver official tournament from like 2023. Like it was one of the qualifiers there, I think. I think it was like some sort of hybrid or LN map, I'm not sure. I mean,
already
I never
looking
really
at
paid
the
attention
beginning.
to it, so yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Looking at the beginning of the map, it looks like a coordination-based LN map.
Yeah. Oh, whoops. Cuccurry, like, taking a accuracy drop over at that one very pretty silly trail, like, just getting, like, into this, like, just transitioning into this section of the map. But that doesn't really, like, mean anything for now, considering this is, because, again, this is just a warm-up, so, like, players can do, like, just pretty much, like, whatever they want, really, before we get onto the roles and band text, etc. So, yeah.
Also considering that this map is much harder than the current pool, so this is not representative of the match.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I guess it's more like sort of representative of the players themselves, just like doing whatever they want in a way.
I mean, yes, it's like showing off their personality as a player.
Yeah.
But yeah, here the score difference is much higher.
I have a feeling like in general, like both these players are sort of like more like versed in like different things. bumk, like capable of like jump stream accuracy as well, but also like sort of proving that they can also play a lot of it as well. Curry on the other hand, sort of like doing it really well as well. Not like catching up exactly to where bumk is, but it's still like a pretty good like standard for this tournament especially. So yeah.
I mean, it's not completely lost to the map.
Yeah.
Like he does get some misses here and there, and also some accuracy drops, especially on the releases, but it's alright.
Indeed. And with this map closing out, I guess there isn't really much else to say other than I suppose we can commence with the roles and the protects and bans for both these players in this match.
So the ratios are actually closer than I initially thought it would. Like
Oh
only
damn.
100 regulars of difference. That's not so much.
Wow. That's actually really interesting to see, like, right off the bat, because, like, there was, like, a massive sort of, like, score difference when it came to, like, this Ellen map, especially, but, I think if, like, the players are able to get, like, a pretty similar, like, on the, like, ratio in terms of the perfect count, then it means something, like, valuable, probably. Like, I think it means something. Despite, like, the judgments, really. Just sort of depends on, like, the consistency, really.
I mean, yes, considering the seedings of the players, it might be a consistency match where both players are having quite good accuracies, but the one who misses will likely lose the map.
Yeah. Aside from that, though, starting with the rolls, bumk gonna be rolling a roll of 10, so that's kind of scary to start off with, because, like, it's basically as if it's, like, very, very likely that you might, like, lose the rolls here. So unless, like, some miracle happens, I do wish the best of luck for this rolls. I mean, I'm not exactly sure what's gonna be, like, protected or banned here, but obviously both players, I believe that they're both gonna do well regardless. So yeah.
Yes. Though I checked quickly the qualifiers results for both players, and I think Cuccurry might protect more technical maps, but I'm not sure. Like Cuccurry, if I recall correctly, was better than bumk on stage 2, but I don't remember.
Yeah, in general, like, both these players are, like, maybe a bit, like, better when it comes to, like, rice maps or something. Like, Curry maybe, like, slightly stronger on, like, some technical maps, I think, considering that, they got, like, seed 31, specifically on Rice 2 of qualifiers, which was Shiver, which was, like, a pretty, like, sort of jack, swingy-oriented, like, tech map and stuff. Whereas, like, bumk on the other hand is, like, really, like, strong, like, in various fields as well. Just not only in Rice, but like, overall, just, like, really strong as well. So yeah, that's gonna be, like, yeah, because, like, for Rice 1, which was Akagara, that was, like, sort of jump stream oriented with some bursts here. So considering that they got, like, seed 20 on that one. So I feel like, okay. So with Cuccurry, like, rolling at 52, meaning they won the rolls, they're gonna be opting in for the Rice Free Protect almost immediately. So that's gonna be Easy Gold Library by Biosphere. So a bit of, like, a bit of a sensible pick, considering they have gone, like, the higher seed on Rice 2, which was a tech map. So maybe, so they probably, like, believe that they can, like, sort of counter bumk with, like, some of these, like, technical picks as well, or at least, like, in the Rice department especially.
Yes. Well, I do think bumk is probably gonna protect either ends or hybrids, especially considering how the warm-ups happened. But let's see.
Yeah. So I guess now we're just waiting to see what bumk is going to be protecting and banning here. It seems like, I believe he's going to be opting in for the Rice 2 ban. Oh, my bad. He's going to be opting in for the... Alright, so bumk is going to be opting in for the LN1 protect. So that's going to be Raindrops by a bye for now. So that's the release pick. And we're going to be seeing bumk also opt in for the Rice 2 ban, while Cuccurry, on the other hand, is going to be opting in for the Hybrid 2 ban. So, sort of as expected, really. So, yeah.
I mean, there's nothing surprising here. Logic bans and logic protects.
Yeah. I have a feeling... Oh, sorry.
And let's see what they're gonna pick first. Are they gonna go for their protect directly, or are they gonna wait?
They're going to be picking Rice 4, which is Omni by Electron. So that's going to be like one of the few technical Rice picks that we have on the board here, except this one's a bit more like Jack oriented in a way. Like, it's relatively like slow chord Jack with some polyrhythm flam bursts here and there at 91 BPM approximately. So I think with this being like a bit straightforward, I feel like I'd like to imagine that bumk like is probably like on those sort of like stronger when it comes to like some straightforward Rice picks, especially, or maps in general. Like, especially this chord jack map, like it has like some elements to it that are like a bit more like unusual in nature, but I have a feeling that this could be like but I have a feeling that they might like be able to capitalize off of this in some form if they pull it off well enough. Really, we'll just have to see.
Yes, we will have to see, as bumk might get some misses on the more technical parts of the map, but we'll have to see. And Cuccurry is not safe either. He can also miss on those parts, so we'll have to see.
Yeah, starting off the match with like a really straightforward like section, just mainly oriented on like these anchors and whatnot. Cuccurry with like a very, very like slight edge currently. Because it could. I feel like now it's at a point where pretty much any mistake could just lead to them like fumbling the point. As we get into the first course here, we have a bunch of anchors here that's gonna end some bursts here. So Cuccurry only about 1,000 points ahead. Now the score flickering a bit, so that's going to put bumk in the lead for a bit as we get into like this calmer section.
Yes, Cuccurry did get some 200 and maybe 100, and here is another 200. So the lead is continuing to grow.
Yeah. I feel like overall this match is probably going to be a bit of a bloodshed because of how sort of equal these players may be in terms of Rice ability. Especially as you can see here, they can probably like... I feel like they have like the same sort of like consistency as well. So like literally anything can happen while we are just only halfway through this map, especially. Cuccurry like climbing their accuracy back up to like where bumk is. Despite bumk being like a few 1,000 points ahead, Cuccurry gonna be taking a drop, so that's probably gonna seal the deal unless something happens on the side of bumk. This is definitely like something you don't want on like a map as straightforward as this one. Something that relies heavily on accuracy, especially, and consistency in general. So yeah.
Especially considering there's less and less time, so bumk is taking the lead for now, and unless he does get a miss, that lead is gonna stay. And oh, Cuccurry just getting a drop, another one.
That said, I don't think there is enough time, considering that this is basically the ending of the map, and there isn't any like Rice difficulty left to capitalize off of. So bumk going to be taking a clean win with a 990k score on this map, and also like a score very close to a V1SS, especially starting it off with just a score with 1 grade. Cuccurry falling not too far behind in ratio, despite like all the other misjudgments here. So that can probably like so that alone can probably like just threaten bumk like potentially, considering like they both have like similar ratios, and it's just merely like a difference of like the misjudgments here, considering that Cuccurry had like drop combo like twice in the map, especially. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, bumk is not safe in the rice maps. I mean, Cuccurry did get a drop, but he could not get one, and bumk could be the one missing, so that could go either way.
Mm.
And it
Yeah.
looks like the Protect is gonna be picked for bumk LN1 Raindrops, the really slow LN coordination map.
Yeah, so this gonna be like some relatively simple like LN release and coordination at for like 3 minutes at I believe it's 60 BPM. This is like a really I believe this appears to be like a really sort of like easy map, but like especially on like picks like these, just like LN in general is gonna be like really scary when the map is like easy, because like a lot of the time like slower LN release maps tend to be like hella difficult, and your nerves can really like sink in, especially with these kinds of maps. So I can definitely see why bumk would have like opted in for this one, considering that they did get like a pretty like high seed on Teo, yeah, Teo from qualifiers. So which was like sort of timing hell oriented and coordinations like sort of based. So
Also, the map is quite long, so I mean, there's no physical stamina involved, but there is a mental stamina involved to be able to read this correctly and not break any of those lanes or get bad judgments.
indeed, I believe like when it comes to maps like these, the mental like sort of stamina and the mental game in general is just like a very like sort of big component as to like what makes these kinds of picks like daunting to play sometimes. Because like a lot of the time it can just like it doesn't even need to be physical. It's just like more the technical aspect of things that can throw players off, especially because like you can because like players can be good in like the physical aspect of things, but then there's also the technical aspects of things, which is things that are just not physical. And it's usually like LN maps such as these. As we can see, Cuccurry taking the first miss here, dropping their accuracy closer to the lower depths of the 98% accuracy department, while bumk just also lower in the 99% department is like sort of far further ahead in terms of accuracy, especially with a lead of 20,000 points already. This is
Yeah,
gonna be pretty dangerous.
yeah, especially considering that since this map is solo, there's not a lot of nodes, and any mistake can swing the link back to Cuccurry. As of now, Cuccurry got the drops, so the lead is for bumk by a pretty large margin on top of that.
Absolutely. So only half of the map already being done, and so far bumk is like holding on to their combo and accuracy like really well. Having dropped their accuracy below 99% though, sadly, Cuccurry gonna be taking another drop that's going to like probably like just pull that one win slot away from their hands, which is really unfortunate on a map such as this, especially because of how nerve wracking it can be. There isn't
Yeah,
much left of the map either, so it's either that Doom has been spelt for them like early on, which is not the best sort of scenario to be caught up with, or something can happen towards the end. But with how the map looks right now, I don't think that seems to be a case, considering that the Ellens are gone and it's just Rice parents. So
and
yep.
it's already down. The point for Bumpkin by a pretty large margin, by almost 60k points.
Yeah. Bum KN with the 966k, a ratio of 205 perfects, and also getting that FC as well. both players having like struggled a bit with this map especially, but they both did really well regardless. And we're
Yes.
gonna be seeing Cuccurry opting in for the rice pick, the rice free protect now. So that's gonna be easy good library. So all things considered, I have a feeling that Cuccurry might like be able to like fight bumk on this, considering the qualifier results, but with like how abrasive this map is, especially, and like how it sort of like goes in like many different directions. I have a feeling that it's gonna like sort of like take all kinds of like turns in the road, basically.
Though this map is easier than stage 2, and it might be the world scale difference that made Cuccurry take the lead on stage 2. But here, this is more of a consistency challenge, so we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. Like especially with like early game in general, consistency is like one of the main sort of like things to sort of factorize and to capitalize off of in tournament matches such as this in early games. So if you're like sort of not as well versed in accuracy like for early game, then it might be a bit dangerous to say the least, really.
I mean, right now it's dangerous for both players, as bumk can as well find some misses, especially in these technical patterns.
Yeah, absolutely. Early on, we see Cuccurry having like a very very small lead. It's sort of the lead flickering just between both of the players, especially. Both having like very similar accuracies right now, which is definitely like pretty like dangerous to like begin with on such an easy map as this. Especially because like with maps like these, there is like a lot of room for this sort of stuff to happen. Curry having found like some sort of like act drop on the way that's gonna like give Bumk some like leeway to go with, but it's not by very much either, considering that like practically anything could just happen. And Bumk having like some accuracy drops here and there, that's gonna like lower their score difference a bit. And now we're already at the halfway mark of the map, so like there's a lot of like grazes and trills left to like sort of go with.
And it's actually flickering right now, as they're almost at the same accuracy. One mistake can switch the lead back to Cuccurry, especially for bumk.
Yeah, especially that. And it seems like even though we have like the final quarter of the map left to go, where this map like potentially just stays like being a bit rigid in some places, it's still like gonna. I have a feeling that this might like be very dangerous. Cuccurry having found some sort of drop on the way along with bumk, but the score difference has like given bumk some sort of blessing now that they're like about 2,000 points ahead. And now
There's nothing left in the map.
yeah,
And it does look like bumk is gonna pull it off.
a valiant effort from both players. Cuccurry in with the one great score. Both players only like having a difference of 2,000 between each other. If it Bumk in with the V1 double S and Cuccurry having only one great, but the ratio is literally only 10 perfects apart. So had it not been for certain like sections in this map, I feel like this point could have gone to Cuccurry. But with that, that's going to bring bumk over to the match point for this match. So it's either that the next pick is gonna like determine this sweep, or Curry's gonna be able to like defend it in some form.
And on top of that, it's bumk's pick, so he can pick either of LN2 or LN3 to end it off.
Indeed. I feel like with this pick, Bumk has to be like maybe a bit careful. They could probably like just go for like any of the Ellens and the one hybrid in the map pool. But I feel like going for Rice 1 or Rice 5 it is would be like very risky. Or as I say that they're gonna be opted in for Ellen or Ellen Free, which is gonna be Bathtub Mermaid by Anaphrix. So this is the Ellen wild card, I believe, of this map pool. Yeah.
I mean, this map is considered to be the medium speed LN map compared to Raindrops, which is the very slow map, and the LN2, which is a bit faster. This one is a bit on the mid side, and oh, it's actually Rise 5 who's been picked.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure Cuccurry was like joking when they suggested Rise 5 as a pick, but I guess bumk seems to be going with it anyway. So yeah, we're gonna be seeing Flotzin. Okay, how the heck do you pronounce this?
I'm gonna let you try to pronounce this. I don't want to do it.
Hang on. Wait, I can do it. Wait. Watch. Wait. All right. Okay, maybe. So yeah, we're gonna be seeing both of these players face off against each other on Flotzin Olsini Vilification by Koki Play. And yeah, this being like the mixed rice pick of this map pool, it's like the longest rice map in the map pool as we have here. So think of this as like the boss map here. So it's got like a lot of broken jump stream and a bunch of other like things as well that can trip up some players especially. So as we can see, Cuccurry has like a very, very small hand up here. Just gotta like watch out for this speed section here to see like how both these players will do, considering it's very like act oriented. So both players like almost on the same exact accuracy, which is definitely gonna be very scary to see, especially because like it means that even the smallest mistakes can just determine the match, especially.
And it's
even though there's like so much of the map, especially. Oh, sorry.
Don't worry. And yes, as I said, bumk looks like he got 200, which gives Cuccurry just a bit of a lead, but not so much.
Yeah, the score's flickering. It's still basically just in the same nitty gritty like broken jump stream patterns here with some like bursts here. Cuccurry like both players having dropped their accuracies down a bit. So and Cuccurry is gonna like get some grace that's going to like give bumk like the upper hand by just like 2,000 or something. So definitely, in the halfway mark of the map especially, that's a bit dangerous to like just give your opponent here, especially in such a match such as this, considering the map is like dangerously easy. So yeah.
But for now, both players are on their full combo, and there's some trees which can be dangerous, so there can still be misses on the table.
Absolutely.
And
Cuccurry gonna be taking the miss! No!
That's my fault, sorry!
No! Oh my god, no. There was like half the map left as well. Like, a miss on a map like this especially is very crucial. Like, it's something you don't want at all in this sort of match either. So Cuccurry dropping their accuracy down there, that's gonna give bumk the upper hand by a bigger margin than earlier, bringing them to 10,000 points. So there's only like a core 11 of the map, and it's gonna remain with the broken jump stream. So like at this point now, there is nothing to go back with. Cuccurry just has to like hold on, maybe pray for like a break on the side of bumk, but I don't think it's very likely at this point, considering that we've seen bumk time and time again in this match being very consistent with like all the maps that they've played thus far.
And it's still very consistent here because he will likely get the FC.
Yeah, and with there not and
there's
there
just
not
some
being
trees to go. And,
oh. Yep. And with the map just closing off there, that's going to give bumk the win of this match, allowing them to proceed into the round of 32 bracket with a clean sweep. Obviously, there was like a few like moments here that were very neck and neck with each other, but at the end of the day, it's going to be bumk just punching their ticket into the round of 32 bracket with a 986k on Flutsino thingy, vilification thingy. I don't know. Rise 5.
Yeah, let's just collect Rise 5.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not over for Cuccurry as we only go to the losers bracket, and he might be very scary in there. So
especially with like how, especially with how Cuccurry has basically sort of matched bumk here in terms of like each of the rice maps that have been played. He can definitely pose. They can definitely pose as a serious threat over in the losers bracket. It's just a matter of like maybe they're bigger of a threat on the rice picks than the Ellen and hybrids in Cuccurry. Doesn't really mean much considering that the rice picks are usually like sort of the bigger like sort of aspect and the bigger face of like the map pools either way, usually considering that they take up like a portion of the maps in the map pool by default. So yeah.
And it does look like it's gonna be done for us. I don't know what next match is gonna be, but stay here.
The next match should be in about 2 hours or something. So it's gonna be like match 9, I think it is. Yeah. Yeah. So so the next match gonna be at 19 UTC. So in about like an hour and a half from now, it's gonna be none other than Error Arasium versus Sonori. So yeah. Another like round of 64 match here, but I believe it's gonna go really well and stuff. Considering knowing these two players, I believe that they're like heavily strong in their own fields and whatnot. So definitely keep on the watch for that if you're still interested. You know, we're gonna be going on a bit of a break here, so feel free to like take this little time to just sort of breathe. You know, as we sort of like lay down for a bit.
Yes, and with all that said, I think we can close it off.
Yep. I think it's safe to say that we can close off here, yeah. Alright.
Alright, see ya everyone.
Yeah.